My recent reel on how to ride a $4 public bus to Mendenhall Glacier in Juneau sparked some real debates. When I took Route 8 on May 16th, the bus wasn't full. I got a seat both ways. So my personal experience didn't reflect the overcrowding concerns. But after reading local comments and looking into the data, I realized there's a bigger story here. Locals push back, and honestly, they have a point. But so do tourists. So let's actually dig into this. Here's the tension. From a local's perspective, visitors flooding the Capital Transit system have caused serious overcrowding. People getting left at stops, missing work, missing doctor's appointments. Juneau Assembly member Michelle Hale put it plainly. The people who depend on the bus are often the city's most economically vulnerable residents. That matters. But from a visitor's perspective, a typical shuttle or tour to Mendenhall Glacier costs about $80. The public bus costs just $2 each way. Beyond the savings, it also gives visitors the flexibility to explore on their own schedule. Most tours allow only about 2 hours at the glacier, while the walk to Nugget Falls alone takes about 40 minutes round trip. And the city's tourism manager Alexandra Pierce has acknowledged they legally cannot prevent tourists from riding public transit. So this isn't really a tourist problem or a local problem. It's an infrastructure problem, and it's not new. A 2023 news report documented passengers being left behind due to buses exceeding capacity. That prompted the city to commission a formal study, published in 2024 by LSC Transportation Consultants. What the data actually showed was interesting. Overcrowding isn't happening all day, every day. It spikes on high ship days, during the windows when cruise passengers are actively traveling to and from Mendenhall. That insight led to a tripper service proposal, deploying extra buses on demand rather than permanently increasing scheduled frequency. The city ran that in 2024. In 2025, they shifted approach and increased scheduled frequency of Mendenhall-bound routes instead. And in 2026, the service on Route 8 is being extended to cover 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on weekends. The city is iterating, which is encouraging. And here's something the data revealed that I don't think gets talked about enough. The overcrowding is concentrated almost entirely on routes 3 and 4. Route 8 only showed overcrowding in 3 isolated instances. And Route 8 is actually a better tourist option anyway. It's an express to Mendenhall, 30 minutes each way. So if you're a visitor watching this, take Route 8. It's faster for you, and it takes pressure off the routes locals rely on most. That's not a sacrifice. That's just a smarter choice. Juneau sees roughly 1.6 million cruise passengers a year flowing into a city of about 32,000 people. The infrastructure wasn't built for that. And when I made the $4 bus reel, I thought I was sharing a budget travel tip. What I didn't realize was that I was stepping into a conversation Juneau has been having for years. And the solution isn't to blame tourists for being budget conscious. And it isn't to tell locals their frustration isn't valid. The solution is for the city, and frankly for the cruise industry, to keep investing in capacity that works for everyone. I'm genuinely encouraged by the steps Juneau is taking. Beyond the bus, Juneau has also capped 5 large cruise ships and 16,000 passengers per day, 12,000 on Saturdays. That's the kind of structural thinking this problem actually requires. And I hope that as Alaska tourism keeps growing, what develops is a sustainable ecosystem, one where locals and visitors aren't competing for the same seat on the bus, but rather mutually benefiting from each other's presence. That's the win-win version of this story I want to see play out. One where the last frontier remains the welcoming place for all of us.